in Cook County, we had a couple of goals. One was to help the largest number of people possible apply for coverage. The second was to get as many applications as possible completed inside the jail so that people did not have to follow up in the community. And the third was to take advantage of documentation that comes with being arrested to help people make their applications. And so we set out with our partners, with the Sheriff's Office, who allocated us the space and supported the process and made process changes to accommodate it. The State Medicaid Authority that worked with us on those adjustments to the Medicaid application process to accommodate this situation. And the Cook County Health and Hospital System, for whom we were doing the applications and who supported and funded that process. We set out together to define how would we do this. And the first decision that we had to make was, where in the jail could this be done? And there was a real desire to do it at booking, at jail intake, which can be a very chaotic and challenging time. But we know that 25% of people who enter Cook County Jail leave within 2 days. And so we wanted to get all of those people also the opportunity to apply. We didn't want to miss anybody. And then we had to figure out, what were they going to do? And so our application process operates on several different websites at once. Our staff have become very adept at using them, but the state Medicaid application process, the Cook County application process, and information that we are allowed read-only access to in the sheriff's process that come together to create an application. And so as detainees come through, their first stop is booking and identification, and then when they come to us, they have already sort of gotten acclimated to the jail a little bit, and there's a section of the process where different kinds of social service questions are asked, and that's where our application process is located. We work 7 days a week in the jail. It's a second shift job between 1:30 and 9:30 at night. We have 5 staff working there every day, helping to take those applications and educate people about what the opportunity is. It takes us about 10 minutes to do each application. And depending on where we are and what's happening and who's interested, it is a voluntary process, but many detainees do choose to apply. And so in the first year, we had over 14,000 applications that were completed. And there are now many thousands of people in the community who initiated their coverage in the jail, who are members of who have Medicaid coverage and are members of the county health plan.
You mentioned earlier that intake can be such a chaotic process, and so part of this collaboration, you're adding another process to something that is already fairly chaotic. And so we asked Tom Dart to explain what were some of the adjustments that had to be made in the intake process in the jail in order to make this happen.
When you think about it, what it cost us to do this was minimal at best. We have people that we work with from one of the providers that already works with us as it is, who works now at intake. And it wasn't much of a hurdle. For individuals who think now you're going to have to create this new bureaucracy and all these hurdles that are going to go along with it, it's just not the case. It's added maybe at maximum 10 minutes to the intake process. And mind you, we bring in 200 some inmates a day at our place. During summer it's going to be quite a bit more a day. But we're not adding much time to it because the questions are basic, they're rather straightforward, and they're things that, once again, the goal is so good and so helpful in what we're doing, you really don't have an argument against it. But for those who might hang on to the notion that it's too cumbersome, that's just not the case. It really did not cost us money, time, none of the above, and the upside of it is just so huge.